Two DeKalb County gas stations become crime scenes just minutes apart from each other. Now an officer is recovering after being stabbed and a shooting victim is fighting for his life. Atlanta News First Don Shipman is live with the First Alert breaking news tracker at Grady Memorial Hospital. Don, you were at both of those scenes as police were investigating. It was a busy overnight for officers.
It certainly was. That shooting victim was rushed here in critical condition. Right now, police are still searching for the suspect. As for the other case, that stabbing case, that suspect will likely face a number of charges. A drunk customer, a knife, a DeKalb officer who didn't expect his shift to end in the hospital. And just minutes away, a man shot in a gas station parking lot fighting for his life. Two crimes, two gas stations, one night in DeKalb County. Officers were called to this Chevron on Covington Highway for reports of a drunk man bothering customers. When they arrived, DeKalb police say the suspect pulled a knife and stabbed one of the officers. The suspect is in custody and the officer is expected to recover. Just minutes away on Candler Road, DeKalb police spent hours at this Texaco after a man was shot in the parking lot. The gas station attendant saw the whole thing. He didn't want to go on camera, but he told me the violence left him shaken. This area has seen this before. A shooting at this same gas station in 2023 left one person dead and two others hurt. And less than a block away, a bystander was caught in the crossfire after another shootout just 2 years ago.
I said I got hit twice, and
You got it.
one of the bullets is still lodged in my chest, broke a couple ribs.
By law, every gas station in DeKalb County is required to have cameras. No doubt, investigators are hoping those cameras finally give them answers in a neighborhood that's been asking the same questions for years. And DeKalb police tell us that that shooting victim underwent emergency surgery overnight. We're still waiting for an update on his condition. And then as for that suspect in the stabbing, he was also taken to the hospital. His injuries were minor, expected to recover. Again, likely facing charges. We'll keep you posted on that. We're live here at Grady Memorial Hospital. Don Shipman, Atlanta News First.